Good morning, everyone. This is Kate Subata with Clean Slate People, and today we have a special treat. My good friend Phil Shapiro, who is a library associate at the Tacoma Park Library and an amazing resource for many different people in many different areas, including computers, information about how to work with media, different kinds of media, all kinds of educational issues, and of course, book reviews. But he also shared with me a very lovely story about his and other people's experience supporting a Syrian refugee family. And I thought it was just such a perfect way of showing how we as community people can help and support those who are coming to the country, who are facing difficulties, who are in some kind of a struggle. And so I asked him to be on our interviews today. So welcome, Phil.
Hi.
Can you tell us your story? Tell us about your experience.
Yeah, so about 6 years ago, there was a Syrian refugee family that came to the local area near Tacoma Park, Maryland, where I work and live. And this particular family had different needs. They had 5 children, and it was young parents. And the interesting part, which was that different people in our community took on different roles in helping the family. So the family had some needs with dental care, and it was a little expensive to get some dental care done. And so one of the families took on that as a project. Another family took on the housing that they provided some very nice housing for, I think it was 6 months or a year. And my particular angle was I found a nice donated Windows 7 computer. This was 6 years ago, so Windows 7 was the big deal back then. And that was a tool that they could use. So I just found out recently, 6 years later, one of the people who was spearheading the project, she walked in the library and I recognized her, and she told me, she goes, "Phil, there's some really good news with that family that we were helping." I said, "Yeah, tell me what's up." She goes, "Well, the mom just recently became a US citizen and the family has bought a house in Virginia." And so that was such great news that the family was able to advance themselves so far in just 6 years. And I gave this woman a math game. I recently invented a fun math game. And so, this woman sees the family and has this continuity. So the moral of the story was that it was a group project. And so if there's anybody out there who would like to get involved with helping or supporting refugees, I do recommend finding others who are similarly minded in your area, and each of you tackling a piece, each of you, because you kind of spur yourself on. And it's also nice having the group just 5 or 10 people who are supporters. You don't want to have 20 or 30 because of the volume of email. So just like 5 or 10 different people, we all help in this one family. And I do think it's a fabulous idea that at least one of the people in the group stay in touch with the family so that the continuity can exist over multiple years. And then I saw this woman again just yesterday. She came by the library and she goes, "Phil, they really enjoyed the math game that you gave them." So that was fabulous to hear that kind of feedback. So that's my little story about helping refugees. It's very rewarding. And each of us can take on a role. It doesn't have to be a big role too. Sometimes it's just, you can volunteer your time with a refugee family to practice their English via Zoom. So if you give maybe a half an hour a week that they can practice English via Zoom, it is nice if they meet you in person so that that there's some, they get to know you a little bit. And it is good if at least one of the people in the family speaks some English. There are some refugees where they speak no English. So, and then as a last tip, get the younger generation involved. So if you're working on something, either involve your own children if you're a parent, or talk about your volunteering with other children that you might know. I talk with a lot of children who come to the public library, so I can mention that I'm doing a little volunteering, and we create this kind of that it's very normal and rewarding to have a side project that is not an entrepreneurial side project, but is a public benefit side project. And so, although we should all have it, we should all have an entrepreneurial side project too. So.